Hello and welcome. I am Josie. These are my fellow travel experts, Whit and Madison. You're probably wondering how to make the most out of your time to the Chicago World's Fair. We are going to give you the tips and tricks to make your time worthwhile. Once arriving at the front entrance of the World's Fair, you will have to pay 50 cents to get in. Don't worry, your kids get in for half the price, so no need to leave them behind. As you enter the fair, you will be stunned and in awe of the white buildings with unfathomable architecture. This is why you're in the White City or Chicago for all your tourists out there.
So what buildings are worth that 50 cents to get in? Well, we would recommend visiting the Great Buildings. These are 14 of the most important buildings at the Chicago's World Fair. They are located on the Great Basin, a giant reflective pool. They include the Administrative Building, the Agriculture Building, the Manufacturers Building, the Mining Building, the Electricity Building, the Machinery Hall, the Women's Building, the Transportation Building, the Fishery Building, the Forestry Building, the Anthropology Building, and the Horticulture Building. If you want to be in awe of science, then we would recommend visiting the Museum of Science and Industry. If you want to learn more about American history, we would recommend visiting the Christopher Columbus ships that he sailed over to America and located on the South Pond. The Idaho Building is also a great attraction with designs and interior that leave people in awe. This is a building you don't want to miss. These are just a few of the many buildings at the Chicago's World Fair.
There are many different buildings and attractions, but one you must see is the Ferris Wheel. With rides at 50 cents, this attraction is one for the ages. Being able to hold 2,000 passengers, the Ferris wheel rotates around in a circular motion and is a ride for both the young and the old.
A special appearance will be made at the Chicago World's Fair. Just outside of the gates, Buffalo Bill will be doing a Wild West show. Not to give too much away, but Stunts and Tricks will be in the show. He will be there until one day after the fair closes for just 50 cents. It's a steal you don't want to miss. He also has set up stuffed buffaloes, Indian bees, bows, arrows, and canoes that you can see in the Plain Indian exhibit. Surrounding the World's Fair, there are plenty of options on places to stay. This hotel varies from high-end to cost-friendly. If you are looking for more of a first-class hotel, I would suggest looking for places in the north and the south. A place that I would suggest to stay is the Auditorium, which is located on Michigan Avenue and Congress Street. You're accompanied by an air-conditioned ballroom, which happens to be the first in the United States. You have a view of Lake Michigan and Buckingham Fountain and Grant Park. Along with all these great things, this hotel also holds a theater. The auditorium has a heavy, impressive structure externally, which gives it a high-class look. All of these things included, the cost per day is no less than $4. If you are able to afford that, I would suggest staying at the auditorium because it is very children-friendly and will make your vacation worthwhile. But there are multiple options that are cost-friendly, such as the Leland, which is known as a home hotel, which will give you a very at-home feeling for the cost of $3 to $5 per day. Another option very similar to the Leland is the Palmer House. With the same cost per day, the Palmer House is much larger and stretches about half a block. If you can't afford those options, there are numerous amounts of hotels scattered in all directions that begin at 50 cents per day.
All in all, the fair is a fun and entertaining environment. Yet there's one place you should never go. The Redlight District, or the Levee. It is located between 18th and 22nd Street and is spanning 4 blocks in the South Loop area of Chicago. This place is home to many brothels, saloons, dance halls, and clubs. This is not child-friendly. Prostitution booms here. It is the toughest criminal district in Chicago. Drunkenness, fighting, robbery, murder, general misbehavior, and disorderly conduct happen here on a regular basis. The houses here are rundown shacks that usually go up in flames or fall down on a regular basis. This is one place we would recommend you never go.
The World's Fair is a family trip for the ages. It has multiple things for families or just you and a loved one to do. Ranging from architectures to Wild West shows to a Ferris wheel, the World's Fair has something for everyone to enjoy. Although it does cost, the benefits from this will always outweigh the cost. We do hope you use our guide and tips to benefit you while touring this amazing event.